right, so let's just get started. We're not going to talk about Onana. We've talked about him extensively. He's going to United. He's the midfield goalkeeper, or whatever it is.
He wear number 24.
So he wear number 24. So kudos to him. But let's go to another player that United will probably be focusing on now, which is a striker. And their first choice is Rasmus Højlund. That's who they want. And the manager of Atalanta, which is Gianpiero Gasperini, he has said Rasmus Højlund is worth 80 to 100 million euros. That's what he's saying, and that means basically roughly between 69 and 87 million pounds. United have shown their interest in the player, but Gasperini and Atalanta are saying, if you have 100 million euros, come and get your man, buddy.
I doubt if United will spend as much as at the end of the day. Well, according to Gasperini, has said, looking at the market at this point in time, look at the huge potentials Højlund does have.
No, let me read that part of the statement. Actually, it says Rasmus is one of the best, if not the best, emerging talent in Europe as a striker.
That's him saying that.
But I mean, United must think so if they are chasing him like this.
Yeah, they could look in that direction in terms of the player has been linked with the young Erling Haaland and what have you. But overall, we do know that the transfer market is so crazy at this point in time, and this is a player that earns 600,000 pounds every year at Atlanta. So if Atlanta cannot pay him that much, why is experiencing all this one to just hike up the number, the amount of transfer fee? But again, I do feel United have acted quite smart in this transfer market. They tried as much as possible to make things happen their own way. Yes, it might have been very slow, but eventually they're not fucking out too much on transfers this time around. I'm very sure United at the end of the day, if they do put in that bid, possibly between 60 and 70 million euros, I should get this deal done.
Alright, we'll see what happens there. Let's go to Man City very quickly. We'll go to Spurs in a bit, but let's go to Man City very quickly. Riyad Mahrez has left. United City are looking for options, or looking at options to replace the winger. Rafinha has surprisingly been linked with Man City as a replacement for Riyad Mahrez, and then Bradley Barcola. We saw him at the Under-20 World Cup, or Under-20 European Championship. Scored one goal, not really had such a great tournament as such, but again, he's a young emerging talent like Rasmus Højlund. Are these the options City should be looking at to replace Riyad Mahrez, or is there any need? I think that's the question. Is there any need to replace Riyad Mahrez over there at Man City?
Definitely, there is a need to replace Riyad Mahrez. You should not be selling when you are going into the new season and you are not, buying to replace that particular player. In as much as you might look at Riyad Mahrez and you want to, look at his involvement in Manchester City last season, you probably want to say, okay, he was not heavily involved, but those few times, the times that he was called onto the pitch of play, he actually delivered, and he brings a lot to this Manchester City team. So if he is leaving, then he should be replaced. Now, looking at the names that has been mentioned for his replacement, the one that looks like the best quality, the one that looks like the established one of all the names that have been mentioned, has to be Rafinha, who currently plays for FC Barcelona. He's also a left-footed player. He is a Brazilian. He also has the flair, but with Rafinha, the end product is still a bit of suspect right there. And I'll be following this one. I'm interested in the Rafinha move. If City makes a concrete offer for Rafinha, if he leaves, then myself and Rafinha will have problem, because Chelsea wanted to get him. Was saying all his life he wants to play for Barcelona and all of these. They agreed a few with Leeds United. They said all his life, the only goal in his life is to play for Barcelona. So if City goes for him and he now goes to City,
well, there's a huge difference between City and Chelsea. I'll say that much.
What's the huge difference? Champions League they have one.
Let's go to Tottenham Hotspur and the saga involving Harry Kane. Harry Kane has said that he will not be signing a new deal because they're trying to push a new deal in front of him. He's told Spurs that he will not be signing a new deal, but he will not force a move this summer. So the options for Spurs and Daniel Levy is sell me now, get some money, or you lose me on a free. Now, that's not all. What's his name now? The manager, Postecoglou, he has been talking. He says that he's going into this new season planning with Harry Kane. Harry Kane is in his plans for the new season. But on the other hand as well, we're also hearing that Spurs are now looking at options in terms of who can replace Harry Kane. Arthur Cabral of Fiorentina. I watched him a bit last season. Maybe not at the same level, but he scored a few. I think he got into double figures in the Serie A last season as well. It's Brazilian, so there's some flair there as well. So again, anybody you're replacing Harry Kane with pales in comparison. Really, really pales in comparison. But it's all a lot of information. Nobody knows what is true. But again, I think Harry Kane has indeed said that he will stay this season if they want him to stay, but he's living on the free. He's not signing a contract.
Yeah, advantage Manchester United. It does.
Manchester United.
You know that's what I'm saying. If he decides to stay at Tottenham Hotspur this season,
Bayern will not wait.
Then definitely United will be in the picture next time around, because we'll be living on the free at the end of the season. But for Harry Kane, I think he still has to force the issue. See, at this point in time, he holds the aces basically. Spurs need to, work on his own terms right now as regards the move. I'm not signing a new contract, so guys, since I'm not signing, make some money off me before, as in to just leave. Because at the end of the day, to be a lose-lose situation for them leaving. So it's got to be smart about it. Should I make the money? Should I make him stay and it works around the free? And next season, not a good business sense in that way. But for Harry Kane, it's nice to see that gradually some sense is beginning to work, and the prayers are working.
Alright,
by Harry Kane fans.
Still with Spurs, actually, 𝐕𝐍𝐻 is attracting interest from Atletico Madrid, and Spurs are open to selling him actually at the end of the day, and they're looking at either Douglas Luiz or Conor Gallagher as potential replacements for him if he leaves. Gallagher, I don't think they're the same kind of player. But Douglas Luiz here, central midfielder. Gallagher is more attacking than 𝐕𝐍𝐻.
He gives them a lot of energy, though.
Is it by energy? We know West Ham also interested in Conor Gallagher as well, so we'll see who gets him at the end of the day. Speaking of West Ham, they are interested in Carlos Borges. We'll see who gets him. We'll see if they get him at the end of the day. I think they are close to signing him from Man City. He's a youngster from Man City, and City are selling him for around £14 million. That's what West Ham will have to pay for the player. Aston Villa, we have agreed a deal with Moussa Diaby, 24 years old. Of course, we knew him, the Frenchman. They agreed a deal with Bayer Leverkusen for Moussa Diaby, the winger. What does he bring to Aston Villa that they're so interested in him? It looks like they have plenty of wingers. They have the Jamaican guy in there. His name eludes me now. Leon Bailey. Leon Bailey in there. They have a lot of white players. So why are they chasing Moussa Diaby so much?
Well, you have to look at the manager of Aston Villa. That's what's his name now? Unai Emery. We're playing in the UEFA Europa League next season, so there's so much competition. There's the FA Cup, there's the League Cup, so he knows what he wants. He's not the kind of manager that goes for players without a clear purpose of what he wants to use that player for, except if the name of the player is Nicolas Pepe. But let's leave that aside. It's a valid addition to Aston Villa. He offers a lot of pace, or his end product is also very, very good. So quality player Aston Villa will be getting.
To add to what Triple said, let's not forget Danjuma and Unai Emery work together.
What? Danjuma is going to Everton.
This is Moussa Diaby.
This is Moussa Diaby.
Okay. I thought it was Danjuma.
It's Moussa Diaby. Danjuma, by the way, is on his way to Everton from Villarreal. He was on loan at Spurs last season, and he was supposed to be on his way to Everton.
He had his Everton medical,
and then Spurs hijacked it.
Now he's going to Everton.
Back to Everton. Anyway, that's how it is. Anyway, let's leave it there so we can hear from you guys.
Did you enjoy this video? Hit the subscribe button for more. Leave a comment and like. Thank you.